Okay, so we're hearing about the 10 different kinds of creation which are taking place. Sargo nava vidastasya prakrito vaikritastuya. Right? So there's 2 kinds of creation. You have 6 are the creation, natural, and then 3 are created by Brahma. And then there's 1 more, which is described. So 9 different kinds of creation, besides the 1 which naturally occurs due to the interactions of the modes. 3 kinds of annihilation due to eternal time, the material elements and the quality of one's work. 3 kinds of annihilation, what are they? 1 is
partial.
When did it take place? Annihilation?
At the night of Brahma.
At the night of Brahma, that's 1.
End of Kali Yuga.
And no.
What happens at the end of Brahma's life?
End of Brahma's life, yeah. End of Brahma's life, end of Brahma's day, end of Brahma's life, and there's 1 more.
Change of month.
No, it's...
When a living entity is liberated from the material world, that's considered a type of liberation.
Yeah, it's just
Individual.
annihilation of the material element, material body.
Liberation.
Neither.
3 kinds of annihilation mentioned here in the purport in 14. 1 is due to the scheduled time of the annihilation of the entire universe. So that's the end of the life of Brahma. 2nd one, due to a fire which emanates from the mouth of Ananta. So that could be the day of Brahma. And the 3rd one, due to one's qualitative actions and reactions.
Liberation. It's liberation.
Well, I don't know, is that liberation? Annihilation of our quality, of our actions and reactions?
The annihilation of subtle particles.
Talks about that in the 12th canto, yeah. That's why Srila Prabhupada translates Nirodha to the going back to Godhead. Although in the 1st canto it does say that there's annihilation after the mind.
So of the 9 creations, first one is the creation of the Mahatattva. And you can see Prabhupada's given a nice description of what is Mahatattva. The sum total of the material ingredients. That is Mahatattva. And there the modes interact due to the presence of the Lord. So that's the first creation, the Mahatattva. Then the 2nd creation, Ahankara, false ego, where the material ingredients, material knowledge and material activities arise. So the interaction of the material modes is the cause of false identification, or the sense that a living entity is made of material elements. We identify with the material body. False identification. That is the interaction with the material modes. This false ego of identifying the body and mind with the soul proper. This false ego is the cause of identifying the body and mind with the soul. Then jnana indicates the senses. In other words, Gyan Indriyas, the senses which are sources of knowledge, Gyan Indriyas, and they're controlling deity. work entails the working organs and their controlling deities. There is karmendriyas. All these are generated in the second creation. Then sense perceptions are created in the third creation. From these, elements are generated. The fourth creation is a creation of knowledge and of working capacity. So it seems there, the fourth creation is also Gyan Indriya, Karma Indriya. The fifth creation is that of the controlling deities by the interaction of the mode of goodness, of which the mind is the sum total. Yeah, we remember false ego in the mode of goodness produces
Mind and the demigods.
Mind and demigods.
yes, mind and the demigods, right? The sixth creation is the ignorant darkness of the living entity, by which the master acts as a fool. So ignorant darkness. In darkness there's no real knowledge. So the demigods, they all live in light. And the demons, they live in the darkness. Devas are in the mode of goodness. Asuras are situated in passion and ignorance. And Prabhupada talks how different deities are given responsibilities. The sun is controlling the eyes. Mind is controlled by the moon. Senses for working and acquiring knowledge controlled by different demigods. Demigods are assistants in the management of material affairs. That is our position. We are also assistants. We are assisting in the Sankirtan movement. Jayapataka Swami was giving class, he was saying, we should be thinking how we can assist Srila Prabhupada in spreading this Krishna consciousness movement. We are all assistants. None of us are controllers. We're just simply assisting in the affairs of the material world. So after the creation of the demigods, all entities are covered by darkness of ignorance. Their ignorance is in their consciousness, in that mentality that they're lording over the material nature. The bewildering energies, the avidya. Avidya, right? Someone is masters, N.A. Have you done your masters yet? Have you got an N.A. yet? Yeah? You got an N.A. I'm a master of avidya. N.A. Right? Usually say N.A. master of arts. But we say master of avidya. PhD, plow department.
Permanent head damage. Prabhu, you said permanent head damage. Permanent head damage.
Permanent head damage. Interesting. Permanent head damage. Yeah? Okay. That's what we think of material education. Prabhupada said the conditioned souls are not originally fools, but by the influence of the avidya function of material nature, they are made fools, and thus they are unable to utilize knowledge in the proper channel. We're made fools. In what way are we made a fool? Yeah, we're trying to enjoy the material world where there's no real enjoyment. The fourth creation, knowledge was created. But our knowledge has become covered over by ignorance. By the influence of darkness, the conditioned soul forgets his relationship with the Lord and is overwhelmed by attachment, hatred, pride, ignorance, and false identification. 5 kinds of illusion that cause material bondage. 5 kinds of illusion: attachment, hatred, pride, ignorance, and false identification. All the above are natural creations by the external energy of the Lord. All of the above. Did you get them? What was the first one? Mahatattva. And then? Ahankar. And then the Ahankar. And after that?
Sense perceptions.
Sense perceptions. And the fourth creation? Knowledge.
And working capacity.
And the fifth one?
Controlling the deities by interaction. Controlling of deities by interaction of goodness.
Controlling?
Controlling deities by interaction.
Or the controlling deities. Is that the fifth creation? The fifth creation is that of the controlled deities. Controlling deities by the interaction of the mode of goodness, of which the mind is the sum total.
What does it mean by of which the mind is sum total? What does it mean by of which the mind is the sum total?
Of which the mind is the sum total. The sum total of the controlling deities. I don't know. The fifth creation is that. What does it say? Interaction of the mode of goodness, devas, demigods, controlling deities, creation, panchama, fifth, that which mayam, sum total, mind. So the interaction of all the controlling deities will be the mind. The total of all the deities by the interaction of the mode of goodness. Then you'll get the mind. Mind is the total, the sum total of all the different controlling deities. All the devotees of Vishnu are devas or demigods. All others are asuras. Okay, going ahead. Text 18. All the above are natural creations by the external energy, meaning the material energy of the Lord. Now hear from me about the creations by Brahma, who is an incarnation of the mode of passion, and who in the matter of creation has a brain like that of the personality of Godhead. What does that mean? He has a brain like the personality of Godhead.
Very intelligent.
Must be very intelligent. Yeah. He's engaged in the matter of creation. He must be a very intelligent person. Brahma, Adi Kavi, right? The primeval philosopher. So, seventh creation, immovable entities. Immovable entities, which are of six kinds. Fruit trees without flowers. Oh, you get those kind of trees in America, right? They plant trees, they're orange trees, but no oranges. They don't want the trouble of having fruit everywhere. So they arrange to plant trees which will not bear fruit.
How do you get tree?
Yeah, because they don't want the trouble of having fruits, have oranges laying around everywhere, on the streets and gutters. So they plant trees which won't give any fruit.
Decorative.
So, fruit trees without flowers. Trees and plants which exist until the fruit is ripe. The tree only lives as long as until the fruit is ripe. After the fruit is ripened, then the plant will die. And then creepers, pipe plants, creepers which have no support, and trees with flowers and fruits. So different kinds of immovable entities. We've got so many different trees, fruit trees, you get rubber trees. In Malaysia they were growing rubber trees. And then it became palm oil trees. To get the palm oil, they have a fruit. People will come in the night and steal all the fruit. They have to guard it. Because so many valuable fruits, big fruits.
You have palm oil tree?
Yeah. Big fruits.
Isn't it really bad for the environment or something, the palm oil industry?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Palm oil is
not very healthy stuff.
it's not healthy.
Some places they use it.
In India, everything is made out of palm oil.
Huh?
In India, everything has palm oil in it.
Really?
Yeah, so it's not good for all the packaged food has palm oil.
Packaged food. Yeah. You shouldn't eat biscuits.
Biscuits, palm oil biscuits.
Yeah.
They say butter, but they put palm oil.
Huh?
They say butter cookies, but it has palm oil.
And they put palm oil in soap as well, don't
Yeah, everywhere in the package.
they? Yeah, use it a lot.
And most of the refined oil also all are mixed with palm oil.
Oh, the refined.
Yes, they mark soybean oil or sunflower oil. It's not soybean, it's sunflower. It's not palm.
Sunflower oil, bad enough for
Ghee.
Mixed.
Yes.
sea oil.
It's not a healthy.
What?
You said seed oils are not good for you, the processed seed oil.
Seed oil? Well, what's a good oil?
And I think
Olive oil.
Olive oil.
like we say like Indian culture, like Ayurveda, sesame oil, coconut oil, mustard oil, and
Groundnut oil.
groundnut oil.
Sesame oil.
Sesame oil.
Rapeseed
And groundnut oil.
Groundnut oil is
And
groundnut oil.
groundnut, peanut oil. So if these oils are okay, because this is, I think,
What about ghee?
ghee, it's like if you're buying at cheap rate, it's not ghee, it's something else. If you make yourself, or you know some authentic, it's really expensive. Or original ghee.
There's no real ghee anymore in the market?
Not really.
Yeah, it's not
It's
gay.
expensive. It's there, but it's very expensive.
So what is it? It's just
It's something like they use the Amul cream, and then they like
That's only animal fat also. In some months ago, there is Tirupati Laddu. They found that there is not ghee, there is animal
Animal
fat.
fat.
They mix in the name of ghee.
Yeah.
So then made, and after that,
Offering beef tallow to the Lord.
I forgot the name, but there's something which they use instead of ghee and butter.
Margarine.
Yeah, that.
That's just
Margarine is made from what oil?
soybean oil.
Soybean oil. Sunflower oil is good, eh?
It's
No.
good if you unprocessed if you get it, but in America everything has sunflower oil, but the sunflower oil when it's processed they use a chemical and it becomes bad for your body. Folic acid.
And they say any refined oil in a packet is not good. Like here, you can go to the Ghani. What's Ghani? Like in Navadip, and they break the oil in front of you, like the sesame and the mustard. That is healthier if they're breaking freshly and giving to you. Like they make it fresh and give. Here nearby, we're in village, so we can get fresh oil. So that is more healthy. In Mayapur Institute also, the mustard flower field, they break it down to oil and they use it. They store it.
Mustard oil.
the one they use here is from the field.
Yeah, it's all fresh. It's not refined or packaged with chemicals.
When I was going to school here, Mishra Bhagavan Prabhu was buying fresh ghee every day for the Mayapur Institute.
Yeah.
He donated
For
money.
cooking.
Yeah, everything was made in ghee when I was here.
Yeah, that was for a limited time for some
Years back.
special devotee.
Because Mishra Bhagavan Prabhu.
Yeah.
5 years back.
2 years back.
Oh, is he here still here?
No, I haven't seen him. He's in Dallas.
Okay, so we have the immovable entity, 6 kinds. All the immovable trees and plants seek their subsistence upwards. They're almost unconscious, but have feelings of pain within. They are manifested in variegatedness.
Hard life.
Yeah. They all grow up, right? They seek the little plant trees and they're going to grow up. And of course, they'll grow towards the sunlight. They want to get the light. They will grow in the direction of the sun. But you can see they feel pain within. So then the 8th creation is the lower species of life, different varieties, numbering 28, extensively foolish and ignorant. They know their desirables by smell, but are unable to remember anything within the heart. So this is animal life, right? The lower animals. 28 different kinds of animals described. Lower animals have knowledge only of their hunger and thirst. They have no acquired knowledge, no vision. Their behavior exhibits no dependence on formalities. Extensively ignorant, they can know their desirables only by smell, and by such intelligence only can they understand what is favorable and unfavorable. Their knowledge is concerned only with eating and sleeping. So they have some intelligence, they can understand what is favorable and unfavorable. Even the most ferocious lower animals, such as tigers, can be trained or tamed simply by regularly supplying meals and accommodation for sleeping. Only snakes cannot be tamed by such an arrangement. Interesting information. How do they get this information? Maybe by their own experience. Tigers. Of course, there used to be a lot of tigers here in Bengal, right? Bengali tigers. And still, maybe some places, there's maybe in Sundarbans, maybe some tigers are there.
The southern part of Bengal. Southern part of Bengal.
Southern part. Hovalam, in Hovalam there used to be tigers there also, in the Hovalam.
Getting extinct.
No tigers.
Only snakes.
Tigers in Russia too, right? Siberian tiger?
On the far east, there are, yes, in the forest, there are some tigers. Amur tiger.
So they can be trained if you supply them, if you give them good meals and accommodation. I don't know, what does the tiger have to eat every day? What do you give it to eat?
Meat.
Prasadam.
Huh?
Meat.
Give it some rice.
There's a story about a tiger that was going to a temple and taking prasadam or something like that. I heard. Take prasadam.
Yeah.
But they're carnivores, right?
Yeah, but this was a devotee tiger.
Okay.
You take darshan and take prasadam.
Only snakes cannot be trained.
Yes.
So then they
Snake devotee.
huh?
Nard means
There's a snake devotee is also story.
Yeah, there's a story.
Nard.
Well, there's a tiger devotee also. That who was it? Who's a disciple of Shamananda? What's his name?
Vedana?
Huh?
No.
Vedana?
Rasikananda.
Yeah.
Rasikananda,
Yeah.
yes, Rasikananda, good.
Yeah.
Rasikananda, he had an elephant disciple, he had also some tiger also. And what happened when Lord Chaitanya came through Jayakanda forest?
All the animals were tortured.
Hmm?
Tiger dancing with chanting.
The tiger became gentle. Tiger was kissing the deer. Women are all lower animals, cow, goat, buffalo, Krishna stag, hog, gavaya animal, deer, lamb, camel, all have cloven hooves.
Here it's written all have 2 hooves.
So
Bhakti?
these are the lower animals. Cow, of course, is a domestic animal. Goats,
They have different stuff. They have cloven hoofs, and the cows don't have cloven hoofs. So the cows have.
Yeah, it's 2.
buffaloes, they're coming back in the States, right? There used to be a lot of buffaloes on the prairies in the U.S.
Wild buffaloes, yeah. There's some. I've seen before actually. Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Bison. Called bison.
Bison,
Not like the buffalo here.
no?
Bison though.
Oh.
Wild buffalo.
Mm-hmm. More and more?
I don't know well, there's not so many in Arizona, but they're reintroducing them, but I saw them in California.
What happened? They killed them all?
Yeah. The natives used to eat them, but then when the Western people came, the European people came, they killed them all, mostly to extinction, but they've been reintroduced. And then there's an island in California called Catalina Island. It's off the coast of California. And a rich man used to own it, so he had buffaloes shipped there to hunt. And so now he's dead. Of course, the buffaloes are still there, so you go to that island, there's buffaloes.
There used to be there used to be big herds of buffaloes.
Yeah.
And so then animals who have 5 nails, or animals have only one hoof. One hoof. The horse, the mule, the ass, gora, saraba, bison, wild cow, all have only one hoof. Wild cow. In Vrindavan sometimes you see a blue cow, jungle cow. And then animals who have 5 nails in their claws. The dog, jackal, tiger, fox, cat, rabbit, sajaru, lion, monkey, elephant, tortoise, alligator, kosapa. What's kosapa?
Snake with 4 legs. That's what Prabhupada.
Lizard.
Up there.
They are known as panchanakas, animals having 5 nails.
Well, a snake with 4 legs is generally called a lizard. And imagine.
Isn't it crocodile?
It looks like crocodile, small crocodile.
Oh yeah, alligators,
They already had
crocodile.
alligators and others. They already had alligators and others there, so I'm assuming it's lizard. Or like monitor.
No, snake with 4 legs.
Let's search snake with
Some of these temples, they have a lot of trouble with monkeys. You know, Vrindavan, it's really bad. Some places, not only Vrindavan, many places, South India also. So many monkeys, and they come and they...
Yeah.
But they don't trouble.
Recently.
Mayapur monkeys don't trouble.
But recently, before they were not there.
No, they were always there.
5, 6 years back? No.
12 years back they were there.
I have not seen even one single
And
monkey.
she's saying that suddenly Mayapur monkeys have like increased. And I said the
So many
monkeys
monkeys
the
in
monkeys have
streets.
always been here but they hide. And then when they
The
come
monkeys here are Hanuman monkeys, right?
Yeah, the
they have big
intelligent
tails.
monkeys.
The big ones, yeah, big tail, big size.
Langar, that's what they're
Yeah.
called.
And the Vrindavan monkeys, oh,
They're called macaques.
they're more trouble.
They're very, very aggressive.
Vrindavan monkeys, yeah, they're aggressive. They're not afraid of anything.
If you have a stick, they're afraid of. In a Bandhu program, he points his stick at them.
Oh yeah? Right, you have to have a stake, actually.
Yeah, the monkeys here are hiding. They come out and when they will want.
They're always on the Govindas. There's always monkeys on Govindas.
I don't think you'd be much good with a stick against these Hanuman monkeys. Those guys are big, you know.
They can attack you. But they don't trouble. We have never heard monkeys attacking or trouble.
I had one sitting up there on the veranda just outside my room one night. Okay, then birds are mentioned, different kinds of birds. And we're told there's birds of the water, there's birds of the land, there's birds, some birds. Like the peacock's a bird of the land, the swan is more of the water, the crow, bird of garbage, the owl, a bird at night, the vulture, different kinds of birds.
They have owls in India.
Owl?
Owls in India.
Many.
Owls, yeah.
U.S. has big owls.
Oh, we
Big
have-
owls, huh?
Owl is considered like our Bengali culture, Lakshmi Devi's, how do you say, Bahan? So we consider very like auspicious owls. It's
Hmm.
Bengali culture.
Considered auspicious.
Because Lakshmi Devi's vehicle. Lakshmi Devi's vehicle, so that's why it's considered auspicious.
Oh.
The Native Americans considered it inauspicious.
Ah,
The white one is auspicious.
Yeah,
but
black one is inauspicious.
inauspicious.
Oh.
yeah.
White one is very rare also.
Rare.
What about those things which are upside, they hang upside down?
Bats.
Bats. Oh,
Bats.
yeah, they're terrible. We were on Parikrama and there was this one tree, there were hundreds of these terrifying looking things, you know, hanging upside down, you know, and making a lot of noise. Oh, Krishna. Get out of this place. Bats. Are bats birds or what?
They're
Yeah.
mammals.
Oh,
Huh?
mammals?
Mammals.
Mammals.
I
A
didn't.
bat is like a flying dog. Like it's mammal. The only flying mammal.
It's the only flame.
And the biggest bats in the world are here in Mayapur.
Really?
Big fruit bats, they're huge. Massive. Up there in the Grihastha area, you see them, big bats.
Probably.
Really?
Huge bats.
And there are also many bats in Ekachakra near ISKCON temple. Like there's a tree near Ekachakra. There's so many bats. Sometimes they get inside the ISKCON guest house also.
You get inside?
The ISKCON Ekachakra guest house.
Oh, really? Stay away from Ekachakra. Oh, Krishna. Must be pretty bad karma to get that kind of birth, isn't it? You know, take birth in the body of a bat or something. Not very pleasant, you know. Sure. Okay, then going ahead, the creation of the human beings are of one species only, and stock their eatables in the belly is the ninth in the rotation. In the human race, the mode of passion is very prominent. Humans, always busy in the midst of miserable life, but think themselves happy in all respects. Is it true?
Yeah.
Are you always busy in the midst of miserable life?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Well, this doesn't apply to devotees.
I mean, everybody.
I hope. You're not miserable life, but we're happy.
Yeah.
Right?
Busy.
So then Prabhupada comments about the human beings, the nature, how they're so lusty, their sex life is irregular. Animals have due time for sexual intercourse, but human being has no regular time for such activities. Human being is endowed with a higher advanced stage of consciousness for getting relief from the existence of material miseries, but due to his ignorance, he thinks that his higher consciousness is meant for advancing in the material comforts of life. Thus his intelligence is misused in the animal propensities, eating, sleeping, defending and mating, instead of spiritual realization. By advancing in material comforts, the human being puts himself into a more miserable condition. But illusioned by the material energy, he always thinks himself happy, even while in the midst of misery. Such misery of human life is distinct from the natural, comfortable life enjoyed even by the animals. Anyone like to give some example? Misery of human life is distinct from the natural, comfortable life enjoyed even by the animals. What's this comfortable life enjoyed by the animals?
The human being, even the animals go to sleep on time. The human being, he'll work 18, 20 hours a day sometimes.
Okay.
The human being, he doesn't, because he's trying to make money for unrealistic comforts. But the animal, he gets his food and even gets to sleep on time. The human being will try to work 18 hours.
The animals do not eat more than required. They don't get diseases. I mean, like because of eating. But human beings, they have this propensity to overeat, and they bring their own diseases.
Well, I see some dogs get quite fat sometimes, you know, they put on a lot of weight. I saw some cat also sometimes gets really fat, you know, big. Isn't it possible that some animals overeat?
This is home animals.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah,
Like,
home animals who lives in home.
Domestic animals.
the
Domestic
street
animals.
animals are fine.
Hmm?
The street animals look fit.
If they got the chance, they'd probably eat more. I don't know. Natural, comfortable life, eaten by the animals. Is it so comfortable? Comfortable life by the animals? Oh, what animal? You could, well, the bees. The bees, they're taking the honey from the flower, come down the flowers, take the pollen out of the flowers. What else? Other animals are comfortable. The cows, are they comfortable?
Yeah.
Maybe if they're in the fields, if they're allowed to pasture, they go in the field. If they keep them in a goshala all day, they don't get exercise. But if they get to go into the fields and graze. What about the misery of human life? Montreal. Everyone speak French here. Everyone can speak French.
Yeah, yeah. Another is French colony.
Really? I thought it was only Montreal people speak French.
No, there's like a whole province.
It's a whole problem.
Also, in different provinces, maybe 3-4 provinces.
Quebec,
Yeah.
it's French speaking.
Yeah.
Vancouver's not much French.
No.
Toronto, not much French.
Little bit.
Little bit?
Ottawa. Ottawa is bilingual.
Okay. And in human life, miserable. Yeah, if you have to work in the factory, miserable. Some people, they live in Navadvip and they go to Calcutta every day, right? They get on the train every morning, go to Calcutta every day, work in the office in Calcutta all day, and then come home at night on the train.
In a homestead, Maharaj, people travel 300 kilometers from one capital to Hyderabad to work. And they have a special train, government employees. They have a special train, they travel 4 hours in the morning, they start at 6 o'clock, reach the office by 9, and they start at like 6 and reach by 10 in the night. 4 hours of travel, 8 hours of travel.
Every day.
Oh.
People do that. They live in Malaysia and they work in Singapore. Because in Singapore the money is 3 times what you get in Malaysia.
So they travel every day?
Every day. People will travel every
By?
Huh?
By?
Motorbikes, many on the motorbike, and usually often motorbikes, huge lines of motorbikes. People every morning, and people, like they'll leave in the morning, like 4 o'clock in the morning, to go there to Singapore. You know, and maybe they're not living so far away. They come there, they drive for an hour or something to the border, and then have to come through the immigration. They have the immigration control every day. You have to come through that control every day. So you wind up, come through immigration, they check everything, you know, what you're carrying, how much petrol you got in your car. You have to have 3/4 full, like things like this. Every day people do this. Early in the morning they go, very early, like 4 o'clock in the morning they go. Come home 10 o'clock at night.
In Los Angeles, there's people, they have 3 jobs. And it's so expensive to live in Los Angeles that he said, I work 3 jobs. He said, how do you do it? Well, he says, I work 18 hours, 6 days a week, and one of the days of the week I have to work 24 hours. So 6 days a week he works 18 hours, and one day he works 24 hours.
In the UK, many people have a job on the daytime, a job at night, and another job on Sundays or the weekends. Work in the daytime, work a job in the daytime, the office, and then at night maybe drive a taxi or work in the bar or something like that. And then a job on Sundays as well, doing something common. Just work. So, some people, they're happy to work. Some people have no job, they're miserable. The misery is to be at home all day, no job. That's very hard. And a lot of people are in that condition. They have no job, miserable. They can't find a job. Many people are actually happy when they get a job. Okay, continuing, Maitreya said, these last 3 creations and the creation of demigods, creation of the demigods is the 10th creation.
What's the 9th creation?
Human being.
Huh?
So human beings are the 9th creation?
Yeah.
Did we have the 9th creation? What was it?
Human being.
9th in rotation.
That's okay.
Yeah, the human beings are the 9th. So, the creation of the demigods, along with these last 3 creations, are called Vaikrita creations. Vaikrita, meaning creation of demigods by nature. No, it's Vaikarika creation. What is Vaikrita? Both ways. Vaikrita, Prakrita. Prakrita is material. Vaikrita is mentioned here, creations of Brahma. Vaikrita, creations of Brahma. And Prakrita, natural creations. Natural creation, meaning the Mahatattva, the false ego, like that. But the creations of these different species, the birds and the immovable living entities, and then the animals and the humans, that is the creation, that is the Vaikrita creation.
So Brahma, is that saying that Brahma didn't have anything to do with the creation of the animals and the birds and such? Or?
Brahma only created them.
No, they are creations of Brahma. The birds and all these things, they are creations of Brahma.
Because weren't they described as Prakrita? And then
No, these
No.
are Vaikrita.
No, Prakrita is the first one, the false ego, the Mahatattva, and the senses and
The first 6?
the sense objects, the mind.
Yeah, I understand.
And the appearance of the Kumaras is both. The next chapter, there's a chapter about the appearance of 4 Kumars. Okay. The creation of the demigods is of 8 varieties. 8 varieties of demigods. First of all, the demigods. Secondly, the forefathers, the asuras, the gandharvas and apsaras, or angels, the yakshas and rakshasas. Yakshas and rakshasas are considered also demigods. The siddhas, charanas and vijadaras, the bhutas, pretas and pishachas, the superhuman beings, celestial singers, etc. All are created by Brahma, the creator of the universe. So different kinds of demigods, and it's surprising who's among these demigods. There's particular yakshas and rakshasas.
Also the Bhuta, Pretas and Pishachas.
Huh?
Also Bhuta, Pretas and Pishachas.
Yeah, bhutas,
Ghosts.
pretas and pishachas. Yeah, these kind. So Prabhupada mentions about these things. The spirits and jinn mentioned in this connection are also counted among the demigods because they are able to perform uncommon functions not possible for men. So that's why they're considered.
So this is Vaibhava?
Yeah,
Yeah, these are.
Vaibhava.
Yeah, what is it? Creation of demigods is 8. This is the 10th creation. The 10th creation is also Vaikrita. Yes. These last 3 creations and the creation of the demigods, 10th creation, are Vaikrita creation. Vaikrita, meaning creations of Brahma. So then in the upper planets, the inhabitants are far superior to the inhabitants of this planet. In all matters, art, culture and science, since they possess brains superior to those of human beings. You know, we're so proud of our intelligence, but we're nothing compared to these people. So now I shall describe the descendants of the Manus. The creator Brahma is the incarnation of the mode of passion of the personality of Godhead, creates the universal affairs with unfailing desires in every millennium by the force of the Lord's energy. Okay, so that's the divisions of the creation. Not a very philosophical chapter. Anybody has any questions on this? In the question sections on this that you can see there's only 4 questions on this chapter. Briefly describe Brahma's creation of the planetary system. How did Brahma create the planetary system? Yes? You don't remember?
How did Brahma create the planetary system?
Is it the point? Which chapter is this?
Chapter 10. You don't even know which chapter we're on?
No.
He entered into the wall of the lotus and expanded and created 3 and 40
3 divisions and then 14.
Entered into the wall of the lotus
Yes, right. First he divided it into 3, and then he divided it into 14.
Where in the 3 divisions?
Hmm?
First 3 divisions and then 14 planets.
Yes. Right. 3 divisions was not sufficient to accommodate all the different variety of living entities, because you have so many different species, different varieties of living entities. So you have to make proper arrangements for everyone. So initially he made 3 divisions, but it was not sufficient. And so then it became 14. Just like in Mayapur, they had the Grihastha subdivision housing. It was not enough. Then they had to make Gora Naga, and then Abai Naga, and then Ganga Naga. And Chalangi, what is the place beside the Chalangi? Chalangi Dam.
What is it called? That area? They say Rashipara.
Gora, there's something called Gora.
Gora village.
Where?
Oh, the Gora village.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Anyway, I mean, they're happy to be in the Dham. We used to live on the wall when we first came to Mayapur. Sleep on the veranda. Okay, why the living entities are called pratibimbas? What does it mean?
They have inherited many qualities from the Supreme Lord in different proportions.
Yes.
So that they place in different planetary systems based on the proportion qualities.
Yeah, the Lord has all the qualities, right?
Yeah.
And pratibimbas mean we have
Reflection.
some reflection of the qualities, not all the qualities, right? Time is considered to be what? Yes, the impersonal feature of the Lord. And list in brief some interesting features of the 9 varieties of creations. Do you remember any interesting feature of the 9 varieties? What about the human species, right? Very interesting.
Rakshasas and Yakshas are considered devas.
Yeah. Why?
Because they have abilities that humans do not.
Right, yeah, okay.
They have 10 heads.
They have powers, right? They can do things we can't. Okay. Something else? Interesting feature of the 9 variety. 9 variety. Yours was from the 10th creation. The demigods was the 10th creation. It says that 9 varieties of creation.
Trees feel
Trees and
pain.
plants.
Trees feel pain in their bodies. It said that trees feel pain in their bodies.
Ah, yeah, the trees which grow upwards, the things which grow upwards, they feel pain in their bodies. Good.
The animals, they have intelligence only for smelling, and they cannot remember.
Smelling and they're interested in.
Prabhupada mentioned that they have 2 qualities like hunger and sleep. They just
Unable to remember anything.
They cannot think about something within.
Cannot think about anything.
Remember something.
Yeah, their interest is simply eating and drinking. I mean, cows they have to drink a lot of water every day.
They can be tamed by good sleep and good meals. Except
The
snakes.
Tigers can
snakes,
be
yeah.
tamed.
Tigers can be
Tigers
tamed, but
can be
snakes.
Tigers can be tamed.
But
Yeah.
snakes cannot be tamed. The snakes.
Snakes cannot be tamed. Okay. Yeah. Anything else?
Oh yes, there's so many tame snakes.
So many?
There's snake tamers. Like
Well, they play the pipe, can play the flute, right? And then the poison snake will dance. And
No, but
There
they
are many
take out the
instances in India
poisonous.
when the snake killed the snake tamer. There are many instances where the snake tamer has been killed by the snake actually.
oh,
being killed by the snake.
Yeah, snake
Yeah.
tamer was many times killed.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
see.
They take out the poisonous teeth and then tame, no?
Huh?
They take out the poisonous teeth and then they tame.
You can get killed by just trying to cut the teeth, right? Well, of course we had the elephant keeper killed here in Mayapur. Right? So certainly snakes could also kill.
They're going to get rattlesnakes.
Rattlesnakes. Yeah. Okay, so those are interesting features. All right, so. Okay, tomorrow we'll go on chapter 11, calculation of time from the atom. We'll finish after 2 days, you know, we only have to drop to chapter 12, so we have time. So we'll do 11 tomorrow and 12 the next day, and then you'll have Friday off.
Thank you.
Because there's only 4 chapters. So. Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna.
No rattlesnakes in Canada?
in the West.
Hare Krishna. Jai Jagdish Prabhu asked all of us to wait. He'll just make some announcement.